And today we're talking about the differences between success and failure. And oftentimes we've been able to conclude that success and failure is going to be based on our perception. So I want to help you understand two things right now. I want you to understand that success comes to those who are success conscious, and failure comes to those who are failure conscious. So as you can begin to change your mindset from a failure consciousness to a success consciousness, then you're going to be able to create the thing that you most desperately want in life. You see, oftentimes failure is attributed to those things that you're not able to achieve. And in order to get what you want in life, it oftentimes requires you to begin to change the way that you look at life. And so oftentimes failure is looked at as if you're not able to achieve something, when the reality is nothing great in life has ever been accomplished without failure. That's right. In order to get what you want in life, you must accept that failure is inevitable. Did you know that in order to create the incandescent light bulb, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he found that traditional success that we call that of an accomplishment? But do you know that every single time that he found himself failing, he would not have been to the fail that you may be familiar with, which is a failure consciousness that says that I have to quit, I have to give up, or there's no longer a need for me to have that same desire because what I wanted did not come true. It was that of that did not work, so I shall find something different. And as you can begin to do that and look at failure as one way that didn't work, rather than that of you being unable to come up with a way in order to solve a problem, then you're going to find in your life that you're moving toward that of a success consciousness. And I want to help you understand what success consciousness means. Success consciousness requires you to realize that in everything that you do, you're finding success. The definition of success is a lifelong journey toward a worthy goal. So as you begin this lifelong journey, it's required that you understand that in every loss that you may perceive, or every time that you may thought that you may have failed, it's not that you failed, it's more that you found one way that did not work. And as you can begin to understand that, then you're going to turn all those losses into lessons. And as you can begin to create those lessons, they're going to allow for you to begin to paint the vision of the journey that you want to create as you begin down your road to success. You see, there is no such thing as failure. You only fail when you give up. And oftentimes we give up at the first sign of defeat. You see, not realizing that in every sign of defeat, there holds with it an equivalent benefit. That means that there's an opportunity that is wrapped inside of it, that if you can look beyond those things that are perceivable to your five senses and accept that the reason why you're being given this opportunity is so that you may be able to come back more boldly than that of what you previously knew, then you can begin to understand that in failure leads to opportunity, which brings you down that road towards success. And so as I begin to help you guys understand the difference between success and failure, one of the biggest things that I must help you understand is that failure is only failure if it's accepted by you, and success is going to require you to have a mindset of a lifelong journey. And in that lifelong journey, you must accept as well that every single day, if you're checking off a task or a goal that you have put in place, then you're moving one step toward your success, and you are successful. And I want you to understand this, that if we only focus on failing, that's all we're going to get. But if you can begin to focus on success, that means being able to check off those small accomplishments and be able to recognize that no matter what it took in order to be able to obtain that goal, you're going to find more success along the way. Because this lifelong journey that I speak of requires you to focus on the end result so that you will find success in whatever it is that you want. You see, the greatest principle of success is desire. You see, a strong desire, a burning desire, that's going to be the starting point toward all of your achievement. And when we begin to break down what it means to be successful, we also begin to recognize that its attributes lie in our ability to create achievement. And I want you to know that no matter what level of achievement you may find yourself in, it is necessary that you begin to recognize that in all those achievements, there are small levels of success being created that are leading you down the path toward those things that you want most desperately, and as you can begin to create a burning desire, and as you can begin to have that white, cold, burning desire, you're going to begin to see that the success that you want is simply waiting on you to recognize it. You know, one of the ways that I was able to find my success was to begin to look at life in this particular manner. I want you to take yourself out to the middle of the ocean. And I want you to begin to ask yourself right now that if you stuck your head down in the middle of the ocean and you couldn't do anything other than try to breathe, what questions, what would be going through your mind? The only thing that you would care about is breathing, is getting up for air. And if you can begin to live your life with a burning desire toward those things that you want, success will be inevitable. But most importantly, I want you to understand where you would have been at in that moment. It would have looked as if there is no such thing as failure. The only way that you would have found failure is when you were dead. And that's how you should look at life. Look at life as if success requires you to do nothing more than never quit and recognize that in every victory holds with it a seed of an equivalent benefit. Where we help leaders like you in the community create more leaders by taking possession of your mind.